Happy Halloween, everybody. It is Friday. It's not Halloween. It's the day after Halloween, but we're doing our Halloween stream today because we didn't do a stream yesterday on Halloween. So I was a little pressed for a costume, so I figured I'll just download one of these beauty filters and really crank it all up so I look as beautiful as possible. Also, I turned off my normal audio filter that adds a deep baritone to my voice, so just my natural timbre is coming through today. In case you haven't met, I'm Aaron, and with me co-hosting is Donovan.
Yep, I'm Donovan. I'm doing the reading, and Aaron's doing the clicking, and you're doing the watching. So everybody's here. We're ready.
We all got an obligation.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna do our Halloween modeling session. We're gonna model the Salem Witch Museum, which is gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be a good model. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into this yet, but we're just gonna hop in and start modeling. It's gonna be a good time. We do have one announcement I want to share, and that is next week we won't be here because Donovan, Matt, Tyson, and I will all be over in Las Vegas getting prepped for Dimensions, which is happening a week from Monday.
Can't wait to see everybody that's going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, but it does mean, you know, interruption to our regular schedule. I'm not sure if we'll have one the week after or not. We'll have to see. I'll let you know. Not sure what the plan is after that. Really, base camp is one of those things where we all get really focused and heads down, and we don't really think about what's happening afterwards until we get to afterwards. So we may have a stream the Friday after Dimensions, or we may not. I guarantee it will be one or the other.
As it usually is.
That's right. It's really not different from normal. We're going to stream or not. So, yeah, let's start modeling.
Cool. Let's do it. Everybody's ready. They're saying, you're awesome, Aaron. Some people are saying I haven't had my morning coffee yet, so don't do this to me.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me.
John says it's an improvement. So there's that.
All right, let's hop in. Okay. So let's hop in here. I do have one image to model from. So let's recognize where all we got people coming in from. Where are people hailing from?
So far, we got people joining us from Syria, from Kongsberg, Norway, from Devon, UK, from Iceland, from good.
That's awesome. Anybody else? Shout out your location. But
connected in New York, Vancouver, Canada.
If you're watching this and it's already been recorded, you don't have to shout out where you're from in the comments because we won't see them. Just letting you know. But if you're live, yeah, absolutely throw that up. Yeah, actually, you know what? If you're watching the recording and want to do it, that's fine. You can do that too. It's just Donovan's not going to read it out.
Get that engagement and all that.
That's right.
Leave a comment. Drop a comment.
Yeah, whatever. Go for it.
Yeah. Let's see. The UK, Sully, Wales, Bahia, Brazil, from Hungary. Wow. Peggy says, this is just weird.
It's Halloween. Halloween does this. I mean, and we were in the UK not long ago, and I talked to a couple people, and they said, where they were at, people do kids do the trick-or-treating thing there too. So, it just seemed like it'd be okay to do for everybody. Let's model. Let's do some stuff. I'm going to go up. I'm going to file import. And I'm going to import, like I said, my one image I downloaded of this very spooky building. I have no context for it. Actually, I don't know anything about this whatsoever. I don't know. I mean, I assume it's in Massachusetts, but other
Have
than
you
that,
not been? I'm assuming you haven't been by your comments.
I don't know anything about this place. Other than it's a cool looking building and it's super spooky, especially with red windows.
It's one of those places that it's kind of weird in how cheery tour guides can be, because they're like, this is the rock where they used to crush people to death. This is the place where they used to burn people alive. And you're like, it's a little morbid. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that as being a little bit morbid, but it's a cool looking building, if nothing else. I actually saw some pictures of like old black and white photos, and these octagonal turret things, I think were like smokestacks or something. They went up a lot higher. So I don't know if this was like, I don't know. I don't know what this was. Maybe that was just for the burning or something. I don't know.
Or throwing people from the ramparts. Who knows?
Yeah.
Some form of gruesome death.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, what history doesn't end up with somebody somewhere getting tortured and murdered? I've learned that that's just history. That's human history too. I'm not picking on anybody. That's just how we roll. We suck. All right. So I did try to find a good, like, straight on picture to work from, and decided that didn't exist, so I was going to stop looking for it. Most of the pictures you see from it are from people standing, I think, like right about here, looking up at it, because this is how most of the photos of this building look, which I get because it's foreboding that way. This is not quite straight on, so what we're going to do is it's going to be a little exercise in what to do if your image is not perfectly perfect to model from. I'm not going to do I'm not even going to attempt any kind of a match photo or anything like that. First off, because a good photo for match photo is like a 3/4 view, so I want to see it from the corner or something like that, and I don't have that here. So instead, I'm just going to kind of slice this in half because it is a symmetrical building, or a symmetrical facade, and I'm just going to kind of model from half of this image. As we look at it, this right half is a little bit more straight to us. You can actually see the inside of this face of that octagonal tower. So I'm going to chop the image in half. I'm going to model off of this half, and then we'll just copy to the right, to the left. The right to the left. Yes, Randy's on point already. I was hoping somebody would have some solid witch commentary. And
Which?
Randy came in with it right off the bat. Well done. Gold star. Yeah, let's see how symmetrical this image is. So if I go from there to here, yeah, we see that there's not a whole lot of symmetry happening. That's okay, but that's okay. We will model it from that. We have enough information here to get a model done. So I'm going to start by just dropping a line to about where the ground is. I'm going to come over to about here and take a line straight up. And then I'm going to go, well, I'm going to go from the top of this. All right, so it looks like...
You're just going to model a mirror? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm only going to model half. So I don't need to be a hero.
Speaking of mirroring, cutout vectors is saying, how do you scale an object from left to right? If I scale from the center, its size is changed. How do you mirror objects from left to right?
Well, wait a minute. You said you want to use scale but not change the size of the object? Well, I should probably read. I don't understand the question. Scale object from left to right. I mean mirror. If I scale from the center, its size is changed. If I was to mirror something, would use the flip command instead of scale, because that's all it does. As far as changing size, if you use scale, it's gonna change size because that's what the command does. You can't. Yeah. So here, let's do a thing real quick. Let's say I push this through. I'm gonna grab this, move it over here real quick just for fun. If I wanted to copy this over here, which I will be doing this with the final model, but I would just do this. I would select it, grab that option, and be done. If you're talking about going like this, scale option. The problem is that scale doesn't let you make a copy. So scale, you're always scaling geometry. So if I wanted to make an inverse of this, I would say copy it, option, move it over here, then scale it. I would scale it around the middle to -1. And then now I have an inverted, which is what I used to do. I used to do that a lot. But yeah, if you're trying to make a copy of something and invert it over, use that command, the command we made to do that. That would be my recommendation.
One of my favorite tools, honestly.
It's super duper. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that. So yeah, I'm gonna basically start roughing out some, well, rough geometry here. And while I do that, I would love to hear anybody's stories of their Halloween. Did anybody here get dressed up and head out and either get candy, cause shenanigans that we don't have to tell the police about? Anything along those lines? Let's hear what did you do? What did you do? Tell us.
What did you do, Aaron? Evan.
I went grocery shopping and came home and turned off the porch lights because I forgot to buy candy. Sorry. Hopefully nobody in my neighborhood's listening because, yeah, I felt bad. I love
some years it's always funny because it's like my kids get so much candy trick-or-treating that my wife and I will like sneak it into the candy bowl to like give away to kids that come to our door. We're like, we don't need this much candy. Just take it.
No one needs that much candy. I mean, yeah. But I guess that's part of being kids. All right, there we go.
Ooh, Dave says, cool to see the Salem Witchcraft Museum being modeled. My grandmother, 8 greats back, was hanged during the Salem witchcraft trials. Yeah.
That is a weird but fascinating brag. That is really... I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, sorry, but that's kind of... I don't know. That's... Huh.
John says he headed out to the pub to dodge the trick-or-treaters.
Attaboy. I mean, I will share with you all my hack for saving money on Halloween candy. I have 2. First, buy next year's candy today, November 1st. Because you go get an $18 bag of candy. What was $18 yesterday is like $3.50 today. That's awesome. You got to remember you bought it and then not eat it for a whole year. So there's a challenge with that. The other hack I have is get yourself a big plastic bowl and a piece of paper and like 1 or 2 empty candy wrappers. And then write, please take one on the paper, put it in the bowl with the empty candy wrappers, and then lock your door and go inside for the night. Then trick-or-treaters are just ticked off with the group that came before and not you.
This is true. This is true. Mark Rober, I don't know if you're familiar with his work.
Absolutely.
Apparently has one for Halloween that he did in conjunction with Mr. Beast Feastable bars. So I'm interested to see what he did with the candy bowl that said just take one.
I hope electricity's involved.
Ooh, Transom says that he ran into Dracula in his neighborhood, who was 12.
Well, if you're, you know,
Randy says we should have Zoomer treats. One big Zoom call. They show off their costumes, and then you can show them a bowl of candy.
I like it. I am just going to. Did that not line up? Why did that not line up? Why did that break?
Ooh. Dave says one of his neighbors handed out carrots, onions, and potatoes harvested from his garden. That's pretty cool. Like, as a parent, I look at that, I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, as a parent.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
I bet your kids have other opinions of that right there.
It's funny though. Like, if my kids had like a big communal bowl full of candy and one potato, they would fight over the potato.
Valid.
Then again, I do make a mean hash brown. So there's that. There is that anticipation.
That's true. I like that.
Kagi says, I made my doorbell howl loudly to scare the kids and then hung a giant spider above the door.
I love that. That's the house I want to go to. Ooh, looks like we got, like this wall pulls away and has a rampart? Is that what those things are called?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely it is. He says to himself with a smile. All right, there we go.
Parapet? What's the difference between a rampart and a parapet?
Well, what if there's only one of them? Can it still be a pair? But okay. I'll just be over here tracing shapes and you guys figure that out. I don't know. I feel like we spend a lot of time in these calls trying to figure out what stuff is called, and I never really know.
So a parapet is a low wall or railing that's built around the edge of a roof, a balcony, a terrace, or a stairway to protect people from falling.
Isn't that a handrail or a railing?
Ooh, or from outside attack.
So I could say that if I put a railing on like my front porch, I could say it's to fend off the neighbors.
Yeah, it's a parapet.
Like that.
Whereas a rampart is a broad embankment that's raised for fortification. A wall-like ridge made of earth, rock, debris. Ramparts are what usually are topped with a parapet. So you put a parapet on a rampart. In fortifications, a rampart can include walls, parapets, walks, or other structures built up.
See, this is why I love this whole deal we got here. I learned so much from you guys. I don't always retain it, I'll be totally honest. Sometimes a little focus and words happen and I like register that they happen, but maybe don't always hold on to them. So, yeah. Thanks for sharing.
And Sven's saying we're at the 10-minute mark and save.
Where have I heard that before? Okay.
Steven from YouTube says, I live so far out in the woods that if I would jump out of my skin if anyone knocked on my door.
Sounds like a challenge.
Ooh, and then Marty says it's a, oh man, crenelation. A rectangular gap or indentation at intervals in a parapet. The gaps being called embouchures or crenels, and the intervening high parts being called merlins. Oh my gosh, the words. Actually, it's not the words. It's not the words. It's the pronunciations, because I'm probably pronouncing them wrong. Crenelation. So you're doing the crenelations right now.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I prefer things like pokey things, bumpy parts. Those words work better for me, but that's cool. We'll call them. No, I won't call them those things. I already forgot the words that got said.
Crenelation.
Yep. Even now. Gone. Thank you for coming by.
Studio RT Cool says there was a design competition for a park in Salem in the 90s. Being pre-SketchUp, I helped model someone's entry in Alias Upfront. I'm guessing Alias Upfront is old school modeling software.
Aliases. I think. All right. I could do a follow me to get some of these relief pieces here, but instead I'm just gonna pull them out. So this is the main brick wall. This is a little bit of a ledge coming out like that. This one comes out a little further, sticks out like this. And then I'm gonna pull this one out the same as that. Give myself little bumpies there. And then I'm gonna infer to those same dimensions here. That, like that, and then this guy's gonna come out like that. And if I turn off, you can see just kind of how I got that little bit of relief, little reliefy there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Trying to figure out what to do with the. It looks like, for the most part. Oh, this one's different. The rest of these have kind of a sweeping relief pattern over just the top on the exterior here, and then a window set in. See, all of them got that starting here and coming up. This one too, but it's a little bit. I'm just gonna make them the same, because I am.
You're the model.
That's right. What are you gonna do about it? All right, we don't gotta fight. All right, so I gotta make a relief. It's hard from two-dimensional images to figure out exactly what's going on here, but it looks like I don't know what it looks like. I'm gonna make a couple bumps across here. It looks like maybe got a bump, a flat, a bump, and then drops back down, something like that. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I'll make a thing. And make a little face like that. And then see, from the light, it looks like this maybe slopes up or is a bump, and then I got a bump and then a flat. So I'm gonna do something like this. I don't actually know what this looks like whatsoever, but we're gonna come over, yeah, like that. And then maybe I'll do something like start with a circle here. Nope, that was totally wrong.
Wrong face. Wrong face.
Yeah, details. These are the details that matter. And then we'll do another circle over here. Yay. I mean, of course. Something like...
It looks so easy, but back in the day, somebody had to draw all this out by hand with rulers and compasses and pencils and stuff.
We call those people suckers. That's what you get for not being born when I was. That seemed needlessly harsh. I'm sorry. I apologize to all the people who are gone and didn't get an opportunity to do this.
It's so amazing looking at old buildings like this, because I marvel at, like, wow, like, how did they do all this? And then I remember, because it took like 80 years.
Yeah, it's always interesting to go on like architectural, sightseeing and tours and that kind of stuff, and learn how some of this stuff was done. And you're like, here I complain when my house isn't gonna be done for like 2 months. Yeah, that's rough. Not only is that first world problems, that's first world 21st century problems. There we
Yeah,
go.
Randy says drawing it is one thing. Imagine having to build it. Yeah.
I am going to come out here and I want to lock my image. So I'm going to make into a group and then I'm going to lock it. That way I can do stuff like this, drag across there, select and delete to get rid of that. Beauty. And then turn off X-ray for a second. There we go. I want to have this same sweeping profile over all my windows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this piece of edge. I just welded this all together, but I'm going to go ahead and break it back out. Whoops. So I'm going to grab that and this. I'm going to go select here, try an X, you can see a little there. And I'm going to go to move. I'm going to go to stamp. And I'm going to grab that. I'm going to stamp one of those, not actually on the edge of the curve, but a little, actually what I should do is do this. I should go move. Stamp it, select it from the top of that highlighted section. Why am I getting two? I got 2 points there. Ooh, look at that. Keep zooming
Patrick
in.
is saying our audio is clipping.
Odds are good. I got all kinds of junk loaded right now. Like, is it peaking? Is it going when I talk loud? Woo! Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. Or is it just, yeah.
And
Tell
for
me
all the
more.
people in the comments that just got here, we are celebrating Halloween in the only way we know how.
Dress Aaron up like a tool and watch him model. Okay. There we go. Because each of these, I did not pay attention. Each of these arcs is different, so each of these is going to go a little bit differently. I do want the end to run long, so I'm going to, on each of these, just go a little bit long like that with the edge. Because, oh, actually this one, these two, because they're symmetrical, I could actually take a line straight across like this instead. The only one I'll have to run long is that other side. Because this one, what I'll be able to do is select that, right click, weld, follow me, profile. Whoops, I don't like that. I like that at all. Weld that. There we go. Try it again. Yes, yes, thank you.
Now, why did you weld it?
Because when I was pushing it, see how this is broken right here? I don't like that. So to fix that, you got to weld those curves back together. I weld this, and then weld that. What is this? I want to blame somebody for this, but
Interesting.
that, what the, come on, man.
Oh,
What's going on here? Sometimes I do things and I don't even know how I did them, and that's not a brag.
That must have been from the joint of the two circles that were intersecting.
Yeah. That's absolutely.
That would be my guess. I could be wrong.
No, I think that sounds perfectly makes sense. All right,
Ooh, or Randy says it's just gremlins.
Yeah, we'll blame some ghosts and goblins on that for that one today. All right, there we go. Fortunately, I found that, so that means I can fix that. on this one. Let's go get rid of all of it. One line to rule them all. There we go. And then again, just come in here and do a quick little weldy. Welded. Welded. Alright. And then this one's different because I have this edge, this curve, and then this straight line are what I need to weld together to then do follow me. There we go. And then like I did before, what I'm going to do is just create a face. I'm just going to come out here like this, come back here like this, and then just create that flat surface. Because I want to chop this off right here. Right click, intersect face with model. So anything it hits is going to intersect with, which is just those pieces. Then you can get rid of the rest of that. And there we go. Now I got a clean face right there, which will work good for when I copy that over. Okay. I do feel like this section across here it's gonna be tucked inside of my octagonal tower there. But this section is going to come forward somewhat because it looks like it has that little Crenelations of my little Crenelations to keep my invaders away. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta scroll back up to see what the word was. I forgot it too.
Pokey bits.
Crenelations.
All right. Oops. I don't want that. I should be able to bring that out there. So it sticks out a little bit, then I can put my things back there. I already forgot. Yeah, there's so many words in the world that sometimes it's hard to remember all of them.
I have 3 little kids, and them trying to do English is so funny because they'll learn a rule for words, and then they'll learn that these other words break that rule. And I'm like, that's because English doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to learn that now.
Some of my favorite social media pieces are people breaking down the offense that is the English language. And I just enjoy it so much.
Yeah, it's great. It's like I before C, and I before E, except after C, except when it's not.
It's so true.
It's true.
Yeah.
My oldest was asking me, it's like, why is that? I'm like, well, you have to realize the thing about English is that English is it's German, Italian, and Latin, and French, and each one of those languages have their own rule, and we just adhere to whatever rule that word from that language came from. She's
That's
like,
right.
that's horrible. Like, yes.
She's not wrong.
This is why, like, tonal languages like Chinese, so much easier to speak than English.
Yeah, it's fun. Here, all right. So here, I got a learning opportunity real quick. We'll come back and complain about the language we speak in a moment. So right here, this would be. So I got this gap. I stretched this thing out. I wasn't careful about my edges. I made a mess. And now I got a gap. I got a gap between here. So this is a fun opportunity for stitching, right? So I could come through here, click, 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 close that all up. But I'm not gonna, because I've heard before nobody likes that. Instead, I could grab each of these edges, shift one at a time, and then once I have them, I could stretch this out and close it up. But that means I do have to go back and grab each one of those pieces. The simplest way, I think, to close this is going to be to select this surface. Yeah, that face curves down like that. And I'm going to use scale to just stretch that out, close it up, and there we go. Now I should probably use cleanup or something like that to get rid of this edge right here. But yeah, a quicker, easier way to make that piece better.
See, and we've come full circle from the start of this when we were talking about scale.
It all comes together. All right. I'm going to model a couple pokey bits and then move over to this octagonal tower because it's a big chunk of the front here. So let's see. I'm just going to say something like that. And it kind of, I don't know, it's really hard to tell exactly what's going on with these, but it kind of looks like I got something like this. This maybe comes out like this. This probably doesn't come out as far, you know. That would be silly to have a crenellation that comes out like that far, based on my knowledge of crenelations.
It does kind of look like it angles back a little bit, yeah.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
Hey, this is your model. It could
That's right.
totally be something like that.
Whatever, I do what I want. All right, I'm going to take that and I'm going to option copy that to the center. So use any point along the middle. And I'm going to say divide that by 3. It's going to give me my 2 more. And then this one's just going to get pushed back to the face. And then the other half of that will be on the other copy. So, quick and easy crenelations. I still don't think I'm using that term right. I almost feel like I'm talking about a breakfast cereal, to be totally honest. Cinnamon crenelations this morning. Okay, probably should save. And
You've
I probably...
got the voice to be the spokesman for that cereal. So.
Cinnamon and sugar, crenelations song. Okay, that was not prepped. That was off the cuff. You're welcome. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give all of this some depth.
Kagi says, can you please get Aaron to say how much would chuck if woodcut could chuck wood, please? I need a new ringtone to annoy my wife with.
Brace yourself. How much wood could woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood? You're welcome. All right, let's get some depth on here. I'm going to come back here this far. I'm going to option offset these pieces. Do an option because I want to make sure this one has depth, so I can just pull that out normal. Cool.
Kagi says, yay, thanks. She's going to hate it.
I'm here for you like that. What's community for if you can't help somebody harass their loved one, right? A little bit of quick cleanup back here. I want a nice looking solid model. Man, I'm just doing a great job of breaking things.
I mean, you are the SketchUp guy. If anybody can break things, it's you, right?
Without even trying. I don't even know some of the stuff I'm breaking. I don't even know how I'm doing. What is going on here? What? I gotta... Oh, that's the thing. That's that same...
Yeah, the thing.
There we go. Okay. Excellent. I probably need to come down and close that up down here too. So I'm just going to run a line all the way across. And then...
Timothy says, forget Lucky Charms. Try Aaron's Cinnamon Crenelations.
Ooh, The breakfast of me. Oh, wait, I'm deleting too much now, right? Nope, nope, good to go, good to go. Cool. All right, let's try to orient to see just how that works. That's beautiful. I love it. All right, and I'm gonna grab my image, and it's locked. So I'll need to unlock it. I want to put it on its own tag so I can, flick that off when I don't need it. And so we'll come in here. For a new tag, I like to call it ref, capitals. That's my go-to name. I'm gonna throw that on ref. And I think even if something is locked, I think you can still toggle. Yeah. There we go. For some reason, all these pieces because probably got a face in here. Here's the beauty of a space mouse. Look at that. There's a problem. There's your problem. Take a peek around here. Why is that not breaking? That's weird. I have an extra face here. Nope, didn't. That was not extra. Put it back. Try just breaking it from the outside and see if I can get that to be right. I'm not gonna spend any more time on this after this. Oh, looks good. I'm just gonna grab all of that and say reverse faces. There we go. Back on the outside. Good to go. All right. Looking pretty cool. That's a pretty cool front of a building. So I'm going to grab all of that. I'll add more detail. Actually, I don't think I need to add more detail. I think that's a good solid chunk. There's two big pieces here on top of that. So I'm going to make that into a group. That being, if I turn my ref back on, this octagonal tower that rises up right here. And then we have this, which I think is a buttress. Is that a buttress? It's not flying because it's not off the ground. But that's coming out at like 45 degrees. And yeah, that sits there. I love you guys. Keep at it. Go, go, go. I'm reading the comments.
So, some people are asking how you're changing your voice.
I'm a professional. I'm a professional presenter and have developed certain skills. I have a certain set of skills. That's probably less intimidating than when Liam Neeson says it. I downloaded something. It's a free trial of a thing, and it's it's changing my voice into a voice pattern called banana. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of like Liam Neeson. Yeah, I actually just turned off my super macho voice modulator, which I normally have on. Same with my beauty filter. Turned that off, gave it a rest. No, it's amazing the number of tools there are out there to make changes to things like your voice. Yeah, this is just a free video filter, beauty filter, and voice modulator. I think the video filter is called Filter on Me, and the voice one is called Voice Mod. So there you go. Now you know it all. Welcome to Behind the Scenes. All right, I'm gonna.
Ooh, Lenny says oh gosh, taxiling buttress. Words. Welcome to SketchUp Live.
Easy for you to say. All right, I'm gonna draw an edge here from where I think about the middle of this octagon is, and pull it over to where about the edge of that octagon is, because precision's important. And then I'm gonna draw a polygon with not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 9, but 8 sides.
Gosh. Let's just go through all the numbers.
I don't want to short any numbers on that. By default, when you pull out a shape, it's going to go take the edge right there, but I don't want the edge, I want the flat on there, so I'm just going to tap my Option key. Boom, that puts that there. And now what I can do is I can we'll pull this up to where the first size change is, which is about that height. And you can see it shrinks down here, so I'm going to go offset and pull that into there. And then we'll push that up to here. And that's got a little, some I forgot the word thingies. But yeah, I'm going to offset that again, pull it into the smaller bit right there. Oops. And pull that up. And that goes up to, about where this piece is. And then offsets again. And then pushes up to here, where we have a final set of around the outside. I need to offset that one more. That didn't offset enough. Alright, so obviously we have some details to add, and everything got smoothed here. I don't like that. Smooth's nice sometimes, but sometimes I want edges. There we go. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna grab all of that and move that.
Sven says the scary thing is this voice is actually growing on me.
Don't get too used to it. Yeah.
And then Randy says, has everyone noticed that their cat has left the room?
Beforehand, Matt was helping us do a sound check. And he said, how long are you going to leave that voice on for? And I said, till someone tells us to turn it off. I can't hear it. So it's all the same to me. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Good times, good times.
Peggy says, I'm not being paid enough to be your straight guy on this stream.
All right. So we have a couple things going on. I think I'm going to do this in the order of simplicity. Here it looks like we just got a little lip. See that? Like a little bit of just a thingy around there. Here we have like a crown going up and out. And then we have a little bit of just an up with some teeth right here. The bottom we got a situation down here. So we're going to come back to that last. So right,
you put it out there, so now people are saying turn it off or try other voices. What other filters are there?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Randy says if you turn it off, you're going to sound like Lauren Green.
Well, wait a minute. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
So this could be another option. This is an option called the narrator. And I think we enjoyed this, but the fact is it does slow things down and occasionally clips words out. So that's why it was removed from consideration for the stream.
I don't know. It's doing good now.
And this is something called magic chords, where voice modulation happens. And it's probably going to be better if I start singing, but I'm not planning on singing. Instead, I'll just raise and lower my voice in an uncomfortable way for myself, just to show what it does. Apparently, when I raise my voice a lot, my eyebrows go with my voice. So we got that going for us.
Randy says now all the women are coming in to listen to your narrator voice.
Welcome. the SketchUp live.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I guess the mall doesn't really matter that much. Yeah. Hello, ladies, and welcome to our stream. Yeah. I don't know, I said it's all the same to me. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, there's probably some short opportunities here. And Donovan's writing down timestamps as we do this right now. So, yeah, the small one. I don't know. He has something to do by till I said I 10 years. So, I'm just gonna come over here and put a little bit on here, but I'll offset that. Oops, just a little bit, and then pull that lid down ever so slightly. Then get rid of that inside green. That's it for this piece. That was an easy one. The other ones, this is probably the second easiest. So I'm gonna do the same thing here, where I'm gonna just offset a little bit, and then pull it down and push it up. I'm gonna keep this offset, this little edge here. Again, by a smoothed. Select that and turned. Moving off. So it looks like I got a tooth at the corner, 2 tooths in the middle, 2 tooths. 1, 2, 3. So we'll do something like now I'm all for a few measurements here.
I have to ask, because I don't know if other people are hearing this as well. Are there certain words that are clipped
That's how we
to the
can
point
use
where
this.
you don't understand what I mean? The stream, they could hear something totally different than me, but there was a whole string of words in there that I was like, "What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? I don't know what he's saying."
Well, I want to be taken incorrectly or out of context, so we'll try auto-tune for a little while.
And he says, I usually emit a little chuckle on each stream, but this one, I can't stop laughing.
Hey, it's what I'm here for. And now,
Bob Ross, happy little Crenelations.
I will like that. I'm gonna draw a line across here. I'm gonna take this piece right here. Actually, let's just do it right. Let's pull that up. Crenelate. I feel like there's more to it than that, but that's kind of it. I'm gonna grab that geometry right there, and I'm going to come up here. Option rotate that 7 times. And there we go. We're recrenelated. And then I like that I don't have to clean up the front because the back, the geometry tucks into the existing building. That feels good for me. I do kind of feel like when I look over here, that's like a little slope, like kind of like we did down here. So I'm gonna grab these edges right here, like this. I'm gonna take them and I'm going to drag them straight down. Just touch, that looks good. But we did, I don't know why it keeps, got some ambitious smoothing happening and I don't know why. It's a 3D song, I like that. Yeah. Okay. You guys let me know. You know what the options are now, so I can change those anytime you like. Just to tell me where to go with it. On the top, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another offset. I'm going to pull this out like this. I'm going to grab...
Ooh, Kegi says, anyone remember Max Headroom?
I loved Max Headroom. Oh, man. What just happened there?
You did a thing.
I did, and it
There's
was not...
geometry underneath that it's hitting.
Oh. I thought it went all the way around, but it doesn't. All right, let's deselect that edge, which is fine. I don't need it to go all the way around. I just need it to... Actually, I don't even care if it makes that ugly, because I'm going to clean that. I'm just going to pop. There we go. But now I have to come back here and clean this up. What in the... All right, undo. That's just got too silly. All right, let's take that. And this isn't even in the middle. Where is this? Sometimes. That's really all I had to say about that, was just sometimes. All right. Sometimes. All right, let's do this. Unselect.
I'm getting very Sia vibes right now. You're doing
There we
great.
go. Like it. All right. And then, because I don't really... There we go. Yes. All right. Now just grab everything on top here. Reverse it. Reversed. Where'd my face go? Did I have my face up here? All right. Now, all I need to do, I'm going to draw a line here again just to have a quick and easy inference here. I'm going to draw a line from here to the middle point here. Same thing here, just so I have a wedge to work in. Come in here, draw a line across. And then I just got 3 little teeth here. Something like that. Something like that. Grab those 2. Mirror it. I haven't used mirror yet. Not for real. For that little quick show and tell, but other than that. Right here. Get rid of that. And then pull that up. Double click. Get rid of this. Grab all this. Rotate it from the middle. And we'll just go from one corner to the next. 7x.
I love how you're intentionally trying to modulate. It's funny because the filter, like, it takes your natural modulations of your voice and just turns it into a tune. But when you intentionally do it, it's like times.
Well, I mean, I got to take advantage of this. This is not a thing I get to do every week. So, I got to go. Got to run with it, take it. Okay. I don't fully understand what's happening here. I mean, I see the triangles, so we're just gonna make triangles first. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Did I save? Save. And we're going to go like that. And then I'm going to draw a line straight up. And then I'm going to bring that out. Like that. And then I'm going to pull that back like that. And then we'll just close that up. Close that up. So one thing I am noticing about my modeling processes while I model live is that I kind of tend to, there's some things I do while I'm live modeling that I might not be the most efficient way to do things, but because we're doing this on the run, you know, as we roll through here, it's how things get done. So I don't know why I even pointed that out, but I'm just noticing that about me. I'm going to grab that set of triangles and I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to say 3x, so I get one on each side. Yes. All right, here's what I'm going to also do. I'm going to make this into a group because I want to come in here with everything else gone and do a little bit of cleanup. I bisected. Some stuff got wonky over here. I want to clean it up, but it really doesn't matter. What I do want to do is, it looks like I have some kind of a relief or a detail thingy that kind of goes around like that. So I'm going to make up what that is and then just trace it around here. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Peek inside, don't tell anybody, get rid of that. So I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I guess I'll do it, draw it on the flat. I'm gonna make this very, very simple. All right, so I'm just gonna take that little profile, I'm gonna trace it around, but I wanna start right here. I'm gonna grab this, make it a group. I'm gonna grab it from right here. That option, I can just move it. It's a group, so I can disconnect it, put it in the middle of this piece, and then rotate it 90 degrees. So the reason I'm doing this is when you do a follow me, which is what I'm about to do, I'm going to have that follow up and down and around that shape. It's easiest to start with your original profile at a 90 degrees to part of the path. So by doing this, let's get rid of everything else. I can say, grab this, grab this. This is going to take just a second. Bear with me. I mean, it's not like I'm not, modeling a video card here or anything, but it does take a couple extra clicks to go around and grab this. I can't really think of, actually, I guess I could think of a couple ways to make this quicker, but this isn't too bad. All right, so now I'm going to say, follow me. This is still in a group, so I'm going to right click. I'm going to say, edit group, and then say, follow me with this. And then I'm going to get that profile. Ooh, it got weird. It leaned in right there. But I like it. It was not what I was expecting, but
Resolve. So Ahmad, you said, am I enjoying this too much? Because I'm not interrupting. I am enjoying it, but also he just keeps talking. So people have noticed that it's 1-3-5. So every time you break, it changes the chord progression to 1-3-5, 1-3-5, 1-3-5.
So if I go that's changing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing.
That's pretty cool. Technology, huh? How did they do live streams back in the 1800s? It's being silly. All right. So that was not what I was expecting, but it looks cool and I'm leaving it. I like it. There are windows on the edges, the opposite edges over here. So I'm going to go ahead and make those. I don't, they kind of go up to like about this height. So maybe I'll just kind of inference this as far as the peak. The bottom is a little bit below this. So I'll just kind of inference again like that. I'm going to inference the bottom here to get a line across like that. And then I'll just kind of come in here right about there. Arc from there to there. Beauty. All right. Take that. I do. So on this, where I'm working on a 45-degree angle, flip doesn't work very well. So that's I use rotate there, but you could, I suppose, do that same thing there if you wanted. All right, I'm just going to push that in for right now instead of cut it out. And I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to copy. Command C to copy that and get rid of that edge then. Come back in here. Command V.
Peggy says if it was 1692, you'd be bread and the steak, Aaron.
Oh, well, it's good to know where you're at, I guess.
Regardless of which, voice witchcraft. Peggy says that Matt's sound effects can be retired.
I'll take that as a compliment as well. I'm just as good as Matt's soundboard. All right, I'm going to grab my edges around here again. Weld. Then I'm going to come in and follow me. Son of a gun. What's your problem, man? All right, let me try that. Grab that. Follow me. Whoop, that's not the right button. Follow me. There we go. Ah, broken. All right. Weld and weld. Fourth tries a charm. Follow me. Done. There we go. Look at that. Oh, so good. There is some additional relief in here. It's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to, when this sort of thing comes up, just kind of make it up. It looks like maybe I got like 1, 2, 3 steps here. So I'm just going to offset, push, pull, offset, push, pull, offset, push, pull.
Randy says, please say
Save. Yeah. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. Command S to save. 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 All right, I'm going to grab that. Rotate that. What? 45 degrees, 90 degrees, numbers. Break that so I can get rid of that face. All right, there we go. I do want to get in and I want to do this window here. It's going to be a simplified version of this window. Just because, well, for one thing, it's not a very detailed image, but also we've done this sort of thing before and it's a lot there. So, but I do want to get some relief in there. I'm going to do my, what is it, a waxing buttress? Waning buttress. It's the phase of the moon, right? I don't know.
Yep.
This thing, I'm going to do this thing because that feels good. I got this to the point where I feel pretty good about that chunk of geometry. So I'm going to come over here, get the other big chunk in there. And then that's when we move into detail. So from there, we got things like the doors, the windows, that sort of thing. So we're at an hour 10, so we're right on schedule. Hey, I got a question for y'all, because this came up before. And this is just a topic of conversation. We're not officially polling, and we're certainly not going to do anything based on a question I asked offhand. But when we go and we look at the performance of previous live streams, the live streams that are doing the best are back pre-COVID when we did 4-hour streams. So my question to you all would be, is that just fun to like sit back and watch live? I mean, you're probably not even people doing this, but what do you think of the length of our live streams? Do you think 2 hours is about right? If that carried on any further, would you run for the hills? Or would you like to see a little more time in our live streams where they would be a little longer? Again, not saying we're going to do anything different, but just curious, because we have seen that happen. So let us know your thoughts in the comments, if you please. And I'll just be over here drawing my buttress. Okay, I didn't say I probably shouldn't just stop altogether, but what? I don't know what's going on over here. This is crazy.
Ooh, Keggy says more is always better. Maybe not for this particular one, though.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got that. Some things are better in small doses. That's why they make children tiny. Okay, that looks kind of nice. I do think I have a little bit of this sort of thing going on here. Put that there. Option copy that down to here.
Lenny says longer would be great. Sandy says 2 hours seems right, but I'm on the East Coast. I'm on the best coast and not in Europe. Ahmad says I think 2 hours is good, especially for those who watch the stream late into the night.
Cool.
Yeah, we do seem to have more of an international audience for these streams where
Very true. Very true.
Time definitely is a factor.
Fair enough. Like I said, we're not necessarily doing anything with that information. I was just curious because we do it, we try to be conscious of what we're doing. We don't just come out here and, do stuff and then assume we're doing everything right. We try to make sure that the work we're doing is being well received and we're spending our time and yours as we should. But yeah, that's appreciate you guys chiming in. All right. Ooh, that almost came out square. That's what I was shooting for. Okie dokie. I got a thing again like this. Go with this again. Oh, but I don't actually know that this is square, so I know I'm mumbling to myself right now, and I get that none of this is doing anything yet. Hey, I got a question. Anybody out here scary movie fans?
I'm not one of them.
got one no. Anybody in the chat a big scary movie fan? Like the spooky movies? I'm looking for a recommendation. There's way too many. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's way too many movies out there right now. Like seriously, like you go onto like Netflix or something like that, and you've got just dozens and dozens of movies to choose from at any given time, and I never know what's actually good. So it also seemed topical. So that's the other reason I brought it up. Seemed like the time to ask.
Randy says Jaws.
That is one of the best. So when I was young, I grew up outside Illinois or outside Chicago in Illinois. And if anybody knows the Midwest, they know that there's lakes everywhere. And if you're a child, you spend your summer getting in and out of lakes and that kind of stuff. And there's a logical part of my mind that knew that there wasn't going to be a shark in the small lake near where my grandma's house was. But I struggled to get in there for a little while because I watched Jaws when I was probably 8 years old, and it did a number on me. So, yeah. Has anybody seen the new Alien? Have anybody seen that, the most recent Alien movie? Because I got to say, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, a couple people. Oh, man. A lot of people have said Alien, Alien, original Alien, Aliens, Aliens, Alien.
The original Alien movie is top of my list, and sequel. I thought that was a great sequel too. That was a good movie. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little more relieving. I don't know if that's actually a word or not, but you guys know what I mean.
Peggy says the original Carrie.
That's a good one too.
Handyman. Predator.
Wait, Handyman? Oh, Candyman.
Handyman.
That was the thing I was not familiar with. Yeah, Candyman's a good one. I
should have said Candyman's the one that they said you should watch.
No, I thought you were just calling me Handyman. Yeah, those are good movies. Anybody got a more recent thing? Anything that came out not too long ago that they want to offer up?
The Mothman Prophecies.
Really? I was not a huge fan of that. I gotta see.
Don't Look Now with Donald Sutherland.
All right, that sounds like it's worth checking out.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes.
The Exorcist.
What things are happening right here?
I don't know. What did you do?
Ugh. I can't even. All right. What? No, that's not where it's supposed to be. What the crap? So, pardon my language. Oh my goodness. No, that
You
was right
being
before.
angry with this voice is it's entertaining.
Oh boy. Things are happening here, and I don't know that I love this. No, that's I think what I did wrong. I got rid of the wrong face. All right, so I do want to pull that one back a little bit, like that. Hold up. Everybody be cool. Be cool. Who am I talking to? All right, there we go.
Patrick
Oh.
says completely off the scary movie topic, but what's the joystick hotkey tech that you're using on the left side?
Yes.
Why have you chosen to use that over the standard keyboard interface?
This right here, this whole thing, this is a 3D mouse. Specifically, this is the Space Mouse Enterprise from 3D Connection. And what a 3D mouse lets me do is rotate in 3D space like this without using this mouse over here. So what that ends up giving me is a nice smooth movement as I animate around in 3D space. We all get kind of used to the standard middle mouse button, scrolling, zoom, right? This. As SketchUp users, we all know this. This is how it works. This is awesome. There's nothing wrong with this. But using this thing over here on my left hand, I can offer some smoother moves. So this stays available to like go pick the next command, toggle references on and off, whatever I want to do while moving in 3D space. So not a requirement by any means. This is totally a optional tool, but I find it a nice way to move through my model and to present to make the model look its best. I've said that before.
Randy says hearing the what the crap in D sharp is a first.
We are definitely got some firsts going on.
Steven says The Omen. Going back to movies, The Omen.
I'm not sure what kind of movies you all like when you go to scary movies. I personally am a fan of like ghostly stuff, you know? I like the supernatural scary stuff that gets me goosebumpy. Cool.
Iggy says Shaun of the Dead.
I watched that on the plane not long ago coming back from London, and I tell you, it's like 20 years old now, something like that. And I still love it. That is just what a great, great movie. Oh, so good. So good. I don't want to say it's one of my favorite movies, but it might be. It's definitely on a list somewhere. I don't know how many times I've seen it, but whew, solid movie. Let's see.
Oh, Patrick says 13 Ghosts.
I thought that was pretty good too. I like that. I do kind of like Matthew Lillard. No, he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think he's fun. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna do a little offset.
Laser Cut Architect says the Notre Dame video, not really scary, but there's a great twist halfway through that you don't see coming.
Speaking of, I was mentioning before how we have, we keep track of what videos do well and like try to figure out what to do to emulate that success. And our number one, our most viewed live stream of all time. That gall darn silly. Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Nothing even comes close.
No, I don't know. Somebody's got a TV somewhere that's just showing that stupid thing on repeat or what, but whew, it gets a lot of views. Okay, what time we got here now? It's almost 1:30. Okay, so I want to get this window in here. And I'm going to do that by grabbing this face right here, facing it out here, and then I'm really just going to kind of make something that looks very similar to this. I'm not going to try to trace it exactly because I don't think that's going to work. All right, so I'm going to come to the bottom here, just this bottom piece, and I'm going to say divide that by 3. That way I can take this piece up here, come across the other third piece. There we go. All right. And then from there, in the middle there, that goes up because it creates a sub arc right there. See that? So I'm going to go. Actually, it drops. It's right. Take this. Take this arc right here. Actually, let's take this. Take that. And I need a middle point to spin that about. Like that. That gives me this arc right here. All right. And then up here, each of these pieces divides into 2. And then stuff happens. Then we just start winging it. That's okay. Really don't know what I'm gonna do here at all. So enjoy. Come in here. A little circle, maybe.
Ooh,
You know-
Psycho, The Birds,
Mm,
Alfred Hitchcock's black and white movies.
those are good. All right, there we go. What's your problem? Sometimes a background image gets in the way of things. There we go. Get that back. There we go. All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Awesome. All right. And then, again, I don't know what I'm doing with this shape, but I got it. That's the important part. So I'm going to take that and then offset this like that. And then I have actually here, we'll just do this. Don't get fancy. Don't get fancy, man. There. Awesome.
This voice is definitely going over better than the bananas.
I'm glad to hear that. Because it's really about what you guys want. That's what we're here for. All right. I like that. That's going to be what I like. A little something I like to call good enough. Not just good, but good enough. All right. And take that. Option copy over here to X. Awesome. And then I got a little another arch thing here, so I'm just gonna make one like that, and then we will mirror that to here. And I'll just grab it while it's highlighted and just option stick that right there, and then yeah, take that straight across. Oops, I grabbed too much, but I don't care. I'm rolling with it. I'm just going. It's sometimes it's time to model, and then sometimes it's time to just go. And we are solidly in the just go category right this moment. And then I'll just, I don't know, something like that, you know?
It's looking great.
Cool. And there's no relief to this yet. At this point, I'm just getting lines in. Yeah, this is way, way too thin. Look at that. That's silliness right there. Let's see what we can do about that. I don't know what to do about that. I basically built my whole thing there, and in a way that it's gonna be very, very difficult to change what I got. But I think I can do it. So grab that, offset it. Oh, you monster. You unselected my edge. That's okay. I can bring this down. Come over here. And then, as long as I can get this back to being a single surface, then I can grab it. I love when everything closes up like that. That feels good.
Antonio says group 1 to change all 3.
Or option copy, click 2x. Yeah, I'm not leveraging components very well. That is an astute call out. Again, we have moved to the point where the winging, as I like to call it, has started, which sounds like a sequel to another horror movie. The winging. But yeah, there's definitely better ways to do this. And it's occurring to me that this arc is in the wrong spot altogether. This arc should be coming up from this. Should be coming from here. And then up. So it goes to the right point, but it should be coming from here. But that's not symmetric now. Oh no, it should be going to right here. There we go. All right, I'll do the same thing. I'll just grab that. No big deal. Easy enough to flip that. Option flip there. Done. Did. Ship it. All right. And now I can kind of grab these pieces all minus that. Minus all. Wait, wrong button. I was trying to minus instead. I don't know what I did there. There we go. Let's go weld that because I want to offset that from here to here and from here to here to kind of match that, because this actually isn't even in here. This just goes straight down, and this goes Straight down. Mm-mm-mm. Something. Nice. All right, I'll take that along. Nope, that was not right. All right.
You sound so cheery when you sigh.
So I got rid of some geometry that I didn't mean to get rid of because I got to take that edge and offset it again. F for offset to here and to here. Then the middle one goes away. Awesome. We all make choices in our modeling efforts, and sometimes we regret them over time, and sometimes we regret them immediately.
So John says, could you do a live tutorial on creating stained glass windows? It would be great to learn techniques for modeling intricate designs.
Yeah, I don't know anything about stained glass, so I'm always up for it, but maybe. Yeah, maybe. Are you not paying attention to what I'm doing right now, John? Sorry, a little self-deprecating humor there. No, I'm up for that. I like to have some idea of what I'm doing, despite what my current actions may have you believe. I do like to kind of understand what I'm working on before I start working on it, but yeah, I'm willing to try that, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna do some more welding. Weld that, and then I want to offset that. Match my two edges down here.
Ooh, Colin and CJ both says Box are experts on those and would have has done forum posts about them.
Yes. Because he knows what he's doing. Yeah. So yeah, not opposed to that at all. It would mean some work on figuring out how that works. I do like stained glass. I think stained glass is very cool, but have not actually ever designed or created any of it.
Randy says just fake it till you draw it.
Somebody who's been around long enough to know what I do. All right, so I'm gonna grab that, offset that to here and to here. All right, there's my outside edge. Now I got these things, these little, I don't know, I guess the guy who did this really liked rolling pins or something. I don't really understand what I'm looking at here, to be totally honest, but I guess we're just gonna go for it. Drop a line right here, because it looks like got a little bit of a, I'm not even gonna bother with an arc, I'm just gonna put an edge like that.
It's your model. You do you. You do
That's
you.
right. Make that up. That's right. All right, that's actually pretty good to hold on to. So I'm going to draw a circle right here, and then I'm going to grab that circle, and I'm going to squash it using scale. Doing this little guy right in here. More. There we go. I'm going to pull that down to here. I'm going to rotate that. rotate that. This is going to get so messy. I'm going to make a mess. I don't even care anymore. How do I feel about that? How do I feel about that? Not in a given up way, just more of a in a sort of that's good enough kind of way, you know? That's where I'm at right now. And I feel okay with that. All right. I do need to get some depth to these pieces right here. I guess this is the part I don't love about these kind of models, is that it's just so much so many pieces. It's so intricate, so quick. Just cool. It's cool and all, but yeah, I feel like I'm doing a little bit of a disservice with my winging it. That's cool. All right, here's a question for the everyone. Anybody got a cool personal model happening right now? Anybody doing anything fun on the side of fun modeling?
Well, Aaron, is there a cool model you're working on?
No, actually, I don't have anything. I've been thinking about what I want to model, but I don't have anything good going on right now. I need it. I need my, you know, something to line up right here. I want that to go to there, right? I don't know. Now I'm just doing stuff. I'm just drawing lines at this point and hoping everything looks cool at some point, I guess. I don't know. What is going on?
Looks like something.
It looks like something. Oh, you did something. Yeah. So that should actually go there. That should go to there, and that should go away. And you shouldn't even exist. Hey, like that. That was mean. I'm sorry. You can exist. Yeah, but you know, I'm always an advocate of having a fun model going on. Something, you know, I've talked about that before. Something that's not a work model, right? Something that's for you. What are you doing that's just for you?
Randy says, I'm modeling the full Jules Wall locomotive, 12 pages of diagrams.
Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. I love that.
Oh, John says, I've been working on the Coliseum for months since Aaron's attempt.
Go for it. Do it. I won't. I'm not. I'm done with that thing. Walking away. I haven't furrowed my brow with this filter on before, but I kind of take that rock. All right. This is as far as I'm getting, guys. I want to still put doors in here, so I only got 15 minutes left. So this is where I'm getting to, and I feel good with this. I feel I'm okay. So I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna throw some red in here so I know my parts that are glowy window. There we go. And then I'm gonna start pulling some pieces up. Why is that one piece and not two? I connected something.
Ooh, Keggy says it's about time Aaron needs to model the Lego Razor Crest to go with his Millennium Falcon.
That may exist on my hard drive a little bit.
Already?
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started that a little while ago, and then it has sat for quite a while. But yeah, I guess that's a great minds thing. A fun model to be sure, but yeah, I haven't completed. I started into it, and it's a very, very, very cool model. I'm always blown away by what Lego designers are capable of. But yeah, I haven't gotten very far with it.
That's cool.
All right, so why is this connecting up so much? I feel like I have a weird edge somewhere here. I'll tell you a model I've always wanted to do but never been brave enough to tackle yet is Howl's Moving Castle. I always thought that would be a super, super cool model. And it's one that you can't get wrong because every cell of animation, it's different. So I like those standards. I like standards that modeling something that does not or cannot exist, because how do you get that wrong? You know? Nuts. I do not know where my malfunction is on this face. Somewhere I got
Is that your junction?
I got a hole. What's that?
Function at the junction.
Conjunction junction.
Yep. That's
What's
where I was
your-
going to.
What's your function?
Ooh, Lawrence says at the moment I'm doing the Europa Clipper.
I don't know what that is, but I like the sound of it. All right, this might have to be a admire it from afar situation, because I don't think I can get that cleaned up. That's going to become a group. It's going to move. Oops. Into this frame right here.
Randy says, I just realized that Aaron is speaking in iambic pentameter. Ooh, John is modeling a space probe.
That sounds fun. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear you guys are doing that. Stay active with your modeling something. That's super important. It's a great way to stay on top of your skills. You want to get stagnant and, boring. Which is what happens. Awesome. All right. One more. I do the front door. Nope, front door's dead.
So Lawrence says that the Europa Clipper is NASA's mission to the moon Europa, which the one which Frederick C. Clark said we couldn't visit.
I love hearing a scientific mission that's done out of spite.
Patrick is working on a double bathroom remodel for a friend.
Ooh. That's a good
Ooh,
time.
Randy says the house that I modeled over the last few years in SketchUp is actually being built. Foundation and walls are going up.
That's awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. That's cool.
Transom says, I've been modeling an existing church built in the 1950s. The whole building was over 43,000 square feet, approximately 4,000 meters. doing it as build plans. Ooh.
Nice. All right, let's make this one. Go. That's not stay there. And then select some of this geometry to break apart. That's pretty cool. I like that. I did not get my doors very detailed, but what do the doors look like? Actually, the doors, if I recall, could be their own modeling sessions. Yeah, like that. Nope. Turn it off. Looks good. Yeah, we're gonna call that, folks, because that's actually pretty cool looking. Again, not that I'm pushing for a longer model, but this is where we'd be like halfway and go, all right, second half, we're gonna do this. But we don't do that. We don't do that around here. So, oops. Join that together. Explode that, and then get rid of that extra line. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that turned out. That is a cool model. That is a cool building. Yeah, if you're really into that, that would be a fun thing to get some detail into, because there's a lot of it. But yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. So done. Oh, hold up. I gotta do some things here. Well, first thing, let's get this on the ground. Obviously. That helps. It's not to scale, so we'll just get rid of Teddy, and now it's perfect. But I'm gonna have to do something with some style stuff real quick before we call this. First thing, I really should have ambient occlusion on. I don't know how I got this far in without that.
Wow. That's the good stuff right there.
That is so nice. Let's get us a good. Oops, that's the back. That's the floor. Black there, and then sky. Go to like a Halloweeny color, but maybe darker. And horizon. Where my edges go? What did I just do?
I don't know. It does look foreboding, though.
All the same. Somehow my edges turned white. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, maybe we'll go a little bit. Just something, you can tell something's off. Something's amiss at the Salem Witch Museum. Kind of like that. That looks kind of cool. Ew. All right, we're gonna call it there. Yeah, thank you for showing up and being here with us today. I know it's not Halloween, but happy Halloween anyhow. It is one of our favorite holidays around here. So thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, we don't have anything else to talk about, right? Other than just thanks for coming. And if you are planning on going to Dimensions or Base Camp, we'll see you next week. Come by and tell us that you're a live fan and that we're awesome, and we'll say thank you and high five. Yeah. So awesome.
Yeah.
It
was a good time. Good times, Aaron. You did great.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Comment saying how did you good, Aaron? How did you good?
I good did, thanks. Anyhow, Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. No live stream next week for sure. We're all going to be traveling. Week after that, we'll see. We'll see what it's like. We're not. I think most of us are coming back Thursday or Friday, so I'm not sure. We might take 2 weeks off. Maybe I'll hop on and do something simple, but for sure a week off. You guys have an awesome couple of weeks. Catch you on the forum. Talk to you later. Thank you.